I think you're going to have 3 good games and a blowout. Seattle's at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 4-point favorite to a 4.5-point favorite. Texans at the Patriots. New England's a 16 to a 17-point favorite. Steelers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are about a 1.5-point favorite. And the Packers at the Cowboys. Packers are about a 4-point underdog. If you're asking me who is going to win these games, I like Atlanta, New England, Kansas City, and I'm kind of undecided. I would pick Green Bay to beat Dallas if Jordy Nelson was playing. I read his injuries this morning, and it doesn't sound like Jordy Nelson's going to play. And I do think he is, the way Aaron Rodgers is playing right now. Now, Devontae Adams is elevated. Aaron's on fire. They've got multiple targets. But that feels like losing Gronk. It feels like it matters. That's losing Ezekiel Elliott to me. That's losing, and I think it's a tough game anyway. Dallas is favored for a reason. So I would probably take Dallas. Now, a lot of Packer fans feel like this team in Green Bay reminds them of the 2010 team. And the reason they think it's the same team mostly is because it's the same quarterback and it's the same coach. You got your Brady Belichick, your McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers. That team had some injuries early. People buried them. Then they got healthier, and then they got absurdly hot. But I would say there are big differences between the 2010 Green Bay team that won the Super Bowl and this team. First of all, here's the good news. Aaron Rodgers today is better than he was then. Aaron's a better quarterback today. He's just taken more snaps, his pre-snap reads, he's more experienced. He is a better quarterback today than he was, and he was darn good then, but he's better now. But the second thing is, this Green Bay team's not as good as that team defensively, and it's not close. This Green Bay secondary is average. It really is a pretty average secondary. It's well coached. They took Odell Beckham out of the game. It's a very well coached team. But if you go back to that 2010 team, their losses were all close. They lost 2 games in overtime by a field goal, another game by 3, another game by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. They were less than 3 touchdowns, 20 points from being 18-0. Okay, that Green Bay team was 20 points from being 18-0. They could have gone undefeated. They were losing close overtime games when they were banged up. This team's not the same. This team's been crushed 3 times. This team doesn't have Jordy Nelson now. This team's secondary, they got safeties playing corner. This defense is not as talented as that defense. And Aaron Rodgers would be the first person to tell you, Favre won his only Super Bowl with his best defense. Aaron won his only Super Bowl with his best defense. This Green Bay defense is not the same, and I think they're going to have their hands full in Dallas against that offensive line. So I would take the Cowboys. If Green Bay had Jordy, I may lean the other way.